to my channel. My name is Titilaya. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in. I basically share my experiences of my faith, my lifestyle, my life experiences here on YouTube. Today I want to share a few points on how I coped with a newborn. My children are 5 and 3 at the moment, so they are no longer newborns per se, but I would still like to share this if it would be of benefit to anyone, any new mom out there, or upcoming moms. Okay, let me my voice, please. I live in the UK and I give it to my children in the UK. When I had my first child, my mom came over to stay, to help with the child from Nigeria and looking after the child. But she stayed for 3 months. Same thing with mine. When I had my second child, she stayed, for just the first 3 months. She stayed for 3 months. Now, when my mom was around, it was a bit easier because um, she was able to assist in terms of bathing the child or even making some meals for the house, cooking, just assisting all around. And when she left, uh, it began to dawn on me, the kind of support I had. So when my mom left, you know, for the first child, when she left, it was a bit stressful in terms of the things I had to do, waking up at night, bathing the child, feeding the child. Sometimes you don't even have time enough to sleep, or you can't even, because say for example you fed your child and then okay, you think that is enough, you want to go to bed to have some rest. Suddenly the child starts crying. Next day you have to change so many nappies or the other, and I was really really frustrated because it was just a lot for me. I would say it was a lot for me in terms of doing things. But with the second, when I had my second child, my first child was a toddler. So I mean, when they become two, not two newborns, but still, you still have a child that you have to attend to, his or her needs. They're not independent that way, so it's still a bit difficult. But my second child, when I had her, and after my mom left, I thought, okay, since I thought I could just use, how I handled my first child when she left, in terms of, whenever I slept, I would just do whatever I could do, cook a bit and all that. But with two, and after she left, I discovered that I was having a lot of headaches because it just was too much. Maybe when the newborn, that's the younger one, wakes up at night, give her something to eat, want to go to bed. The first one, you know, wakes up for something, or wakes up very early and you want to sleep. And sometimes as well, when I eventually resumed work, you know, and I still found out that, you know, I had to do some things. Waking up at night, especially, was the issue for my children. Now, I got frustrated a lot because it was just too much for me, because I was, especially when I resumed work, I was working, and I worked 9 to 5. I was working 9 to 5, so I had to wake up early, do this for the children and all that. So it caused a lot of stress for me, and I would say, if you are a mom and you have your husband with you, try to ask for support in anything you need, because I discovered that until you ask, sometimes some of these men don't know that you really need them to do something. But at the same time, if you're a husband and your wife is, and you see that your wife is just giving birth, try to offer that support as well. Ask what, in which ways you can help. So basically, when 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 I was frustrated a lot, and maybe I had a conversation with my husband that I just parked, and I was just like angry that why you not look, I'm doing a lot of things, why can't you just offer something, help me do something. And then he just said something like he didn't know that I needed this or whatever. Anyway, the bottom line is we came to an understanding that I needed to ask him in ways he could support me and all that. Um so that's what I did. Basically, I told him, especially when you know I resumed work, going to work, and he also had to work in his own, you know, do his own work. I said we just had to share. For example, if the child wakes up at night, if I'm the one that wakes up at first, because sometimes I don't know why it's just the moms that hear when their child is crying at night. The dads mostly don't hear for some reason. I don't know. So if I'm the one that wakes up at night when the child first cries, I attend to the child, and then I if she cries again at night, I just stop my husband that please can you attend to him or her, whichever child is calling for the attention. And that was how I was able to deal with the night one, because it allowed me to have some sleep in the night as well. And rather than just having nothing, at least we're able to share the responsibility of the child waking up. And another thing as well that I did was I took some time out, especially when you have a child. Sometimes you're just with the child every minute, every hour, and you just want to, go out, have some quiet time, have some fresh air, and this is really good for one's health as well. So when I discovered that I just needed some time of quiet, I would ask my husband, because he was the one that was around then, and that's after my mom left, especially, and there was no close family member nearby. So, um, an example would just be to tell my husband to please, maybe when the child is sleeping, um, for few hours, maybe weekends, that as well, um, when I'm not at work and I just want to relax, ask my husband to please watch over her or him when she or he is sleeping, or maybe they get the food ready or get the milk, show him how to do the food, and then I take a walk, or you know just go shopping, window shopping, you know go out somewhere, take fresh air. Some people even go for exercises if that's what you want, if that's what you can do, go for an exercise, go running, go somewhere, take a trip, and also you can plan ahead, organize days out. You just for few hours, and then you come back, or basically you just need to take time to take care of yourself as a new mom, or as a mom of a young child, because if you don't take care of yourself, how will you be able to look after your family? Mm? So that is what I discovered, that I had to look after myself and my health, my well-being. And I found out that whenever I did those things, like maybe we share responsibilities, or I took some time out to go out, have some quiet time, shopping or window shopping, or just go somewhere and then come back, I would always come back refreshed and energized. I mean, no husband wants a frowning wife or the unhappy wife, because if you have a happy wife, the home will be filled with joy and happiness as well, and the children will be happy, because you need the strength to be able to look after your children and your husband, your family. That, how do you get that strength? After you look after yourself. I mean, it's not selfishness, really. It is what you need to be able to look after the rest of your family. I just thought I should put that out there. So those are just the things I did, and I discovered that I needed to ask because when I needed the support, I needed to ask and not assume that someone could read my mind. And I worked together, planned ahead, things I wanted to do, you know, just plan my time as well. And okay, I will sleep this time. You could help me with the children, or maybe your husband feeds the children, you bathe the children, rather than you having to do everything. You bathe the children, you feed the children, you dress them up, you clean their nappy. All those things, you know, they take energy. And if there is support provided, why not? Now, if you're a single mom, I mean, those that are single moms are really trying. I can't imagine how difficult it must be for them. But if they are single moms, I would say let them, look for support around your community as well, where you live, or around you if you have family members nearby. And if you don't, look for community, where they can offer support. I've heard news, cases where a mom a new mom left a child locked up in a room for days, and the child died. These are some of the reasons why new mothers need to look and ask for support, because look, if the child dies, God forbid, and then the mother laments, but then again, when they hear the story of the mother, and there was no support available. But I pray that wherever you are, in whatever category you fall under, you would find support. And men, husbands, please render help and support to your wives. I know the men are trying. I mean, I thank God for my husband as well, who is supporting me, and and we get the communication going, and we work together in terms of looking after the children and looking after ourselves. And sometimes the husband as well might need a break, and that is where the mother, or the wife, takes over in terms of looking after the children. So it's a two-way thing. Communication is very important. So I hope these few tips are helpful in terms of how to cope when you're a new mom. Take time out to look after yourself, share responsibilities, ask for support, and just be open to your members, or your husband, or your community, the close community you have as support, and let them support you. Thank you for watching. I hope you've learned one or two things. See you in my next video. Bye.